Hello everyone, we are done dungeons. We're gonna go on to completing Naralex's quests here. Luminol is ready. She's got Egbert out. Look at Egbert. Egbert's amazing. Egbert used to scare people by running towards bosses. No, I'm kidding. Well, it did run towards bosses. Egbert's an interesting pet because it'll just run around on its own like that. Off it goes. Shit, hyena. Whereas the Jeb kind of just dances in place and that's it. So, Mad Grandpa, Crimson, what did you guys think of the Scarlet Dungeons? The revamp of them? Oops, that's not the one I wanted to push.
Is this what we're supposed to be fighting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got a seed.
So they got the seedlings, and these guys drop meat. Or, no, they don't drop meat, we just gotta kill them. So, if you recall last week, we were helping Naralex figure out why this random brush of growth just started growing, and he knows the reason, and now we're helping him stop. And he believes the reason is because of him. Okay, we don't have to fight these. Shit. Whatever. I can die. You know nothing of WoW, but you're enjoying the gameplay? That's good. I like having you here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me or Wintry. She's a lot more knowledgeable about this game than I am now.
Yeah, about the game, Miro knows about the lore. So we're a good team, as usual.
Yeah, the story of the game, ask me pretty much anything, I can answer a lot of it. Gameplay stuff, she's played it a lot more than I have lately, and a lot more in depth than I have, so.
Yeah, I memorize things a lot. Like that whole going through the path of that dungeon.
Yeah, and then there's the fact that you also did hardcore rating.
Yeah, and challenge modes.
Yes, challenge. I never got into challenge modes like they offered, but I don't like timed instances. They stress me out, so I'm like, I don't want to do that. And then people were like, no, we won't be too stressed. And then the groups would fight with each other, and I'm like, yeah, no.
Oh, God.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan of timed instances. Like, I know Crimson's with me on that one. He doesn't like timed instances either. So who's the current OP classes? Wintrig. Do you know the answer to that?
Wintrig is the OP class.
Wintrig is the OP class. Crimson's like, oh god, no. No to timed classes. Okay, we don't have to go over there and fight those, but we do have to fight the Plane Strider.
Fight these bristlebacks, yeah.
No, we just gotta fight the Plane Strider though, which is why I'm coming over here.
Oh.
And there was one hiding in the brush there.
I saw it.
I saw its name, but I didn't really care.
Yeah, right. Likely excuse.
It is a likely excuse. But yeah, do you know who the current one is? Because like we haven't gotten into rating, so anything for current rating stuff, we may not have an answer to.
I really don't know. I haven't even done LFR in like a while.
Yeah, I'm slowly building back up to doing LFR on my main character, and it makes me sad thinking that my Demon Hunter is my main character, not my Death Knight. But I will choose the Wintrig class when I play World of Warcraft. So yeah, Crimson, they brought out something called Time Attack. Was it Time Attack?
What?
Challenge dungeons.
Yes.
Challenge
Challenge modes.
modes, and you had to get through the dungeon, and you had to kill a certain number of mobs, and you had to do it in a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Inherently, that's not a huge problem, but a lot of the times, the timer was fairly strict.
Yeah, and it was like you had to go super fast to get a gold medal, a certain amount of time after that for silver medal, and then after that is like bronze.
These lash vines are not responding.
Yeah. Here's a plain strider though.
Oh, excellent.
So, yeah.
Go ahead.
And I think bronze was the lowest. I don't think it was like no medal after that. But could be wrong.
Entirely possible. Okay, we need 2 Terratooths, 1 Writhing Seed, 5 or 1 Deviate Plain Strider, and we gotta find some enervated. Oh, there's a Plain Strider.
Yeah, also, if you had the shortest time on your server, you got a title.
And yeah, that's true. It said.
I got a few of those.
I remember. Didn't you get the one for Scarlet Monastery?
I'm not sure.
I was fairly certain that was one you and Cool Skies group got.
Yeah, I feel like we did do that. I just don't remember it.
There's an enervated adder. I'm gonna pick it up. Yeah, I got a Squirmels.
I still have a title.
You still have one of the titles? Oh, that's right. You lose the
Oh,
titles.
you have to pick up the snakes.
Yeah, you don't kill the snakes. You pick the snakes up, which is good because they're cute. Why couldn't they get us to pick up a small? There's a snake here.
Oh, can't see.
It's right there, right beside you, right under you. There. Why can't we pick up small jubs? Anyway, Crimson says.
Here's a jub.
Yeah, I saw a few of them.
Look at it.
Oh, it's a strawberry jub. It's hiding in the grass. Don't you love Square's grass models? It's just like, hey, look. We'll put a line of grass sticking up.
It looks like that fake, like, bamboo grass they put with your sushi.
It does. There's an adder on the other side of that growth over there, so I'm going to pull it. There's 2 of them, actually. One in the water and one on the other side of the bank, so we'll get those. Crimson says it probably means the party would have to be on point, maximizing DPS and such. You are absolutely correct. Not only do you have
and
to...
you have to, like, use gimmicks and stuff.
Yeah, not only do you have to maximize your DPS and use gimmicks, you have to actually have a planned route through the dungeon as well.
Yeah.
Knowing what to pull, what not to pull. Mad Grandpa says, LFR, raid, that's new. LFR is not new anymore. What, came out in Cataclysm? Yeah, for Dragon Soul, right?
Dragon Soul, yep.
Yeah, so during Dragon Soul, which in my opinion is the worst raid they've ever created, Dragon Soul was, they created the LFR, which is looking for raid. It's the easiest version of the raid dungeon. It's basically the entry level content that, if you just want to see the content, there you go, there it is. But harder. Did you just kill Squirmels?
Yeah.
No, Squirmels. It happens. You guys could probably quite loudly hear him at mourning the death of Squirmels.
Now you've killed one.
I did? I picked it up.
Oh, you picked it up. Okay. I'm like, where's its corpse?
Yeah, no, I picked it up. Never got to see Cata? Well, you're seeing it right now, actually. All of these stuff that we're doing is technically Cataclysm because Cataclysm revamped all of the zones, which was such a good idea. I really wish they'd do that, like, every couple expansions, but there's another snake over here for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab this one.
Job.
Yeah. They coexist. They don't eat the jobs.
Yeah. What happened was I was in combat, so when I right-clicked it,
It's not a snake.
it just used attack.
I gotcha. Okay, so yeah, you got all of them? Okay, let's go find one Terratooth, and then oh, there it is. Cataclysm was... It had a lot of good things to it. It really did. The first set of raids were fantastic. Yeah, Blackwing Descent, the Twilight Citadel, and Throne of Winds.
That was That's
and
awesome.
they were all a lot of fun. We actually joined I want to say the best alliance guild on the server for Kargath at the time during Cataclysm. Biological intervention. Thank you, Miro. I am pleased to see you return intact. The viciousness I've been seeing among these creatures is startling.
For the Horde!
Congrats.
I have learned a new passive effect. Shield block has 2 charges. Yay! Alright. If I have truly sown chaos, it is time for reaping. The lumbering outgrowths of plant life shambling through the imbued stream here. Miro, they are a direct manifestation of the unstable forces mutating this area. Slay as many as you can, and we might be able to slow the spread of the overgrowth further. And while you're at it, be on the lookout for parts of them that appear especially corrupted. Bring me any such pieces to me.
Goddess,
Okay,
watch over.
and Muyo.
Peace, friend.
Have you collected enough? We'll need several for proper comparison. These will do perfectly. Bright colors like these don't occur naturally in the Barrens, but they haven't developed any other mutations so far. Do you have the seeds? I'm concerned by how active these are. Nevertheless, it simply means we must continue to act quickly before the corruption here becomes worse. Based on what you've brought me, I think we have a solution. I've imbued Lashvine seeds with healing energies. Simple contact with these should imbue the creatures here with enough energy to force out the corrupted influence. Go and attempt to heal the mutated raptors and planeshadows by sprinkling the seeds on them, and report the results back to me. Alright,
We shall meet again.
so we gotta use those on the Terra Striders, and we gotta kill some outgrowths, so PM's gonna throw some dust on this one. Oh, look at that. It's now just a towering plane strider. I'm gonna go beat up this outgrowth.
Right.
There we go. Got a squirming heart already. That was fast. And I'm gonna kill this outgrowth. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Moo. What were we talking about before we went into that?
Oh.
Cataclysm. I forget what we were talking about before that. Oh well.
I know.
But yeah. Oh, I know. The raid instances for Cataclysm.
I threw my thing on it. It just got angry.
Alright, that happens, I guess. Hey, it worked. Alright. Yeah, the Twilight Citadel had, Cho'Gall in it, so if you're familiar with lore... Oh, okay. Well,
Oh.
that sucks. Sorry, Plane Strider. What a way to go.
How the fuck does that happen?
I exploded.
Roaring.
No!
I'm having terrible luck.
Oh, fucking... That sucks.
Well, you can't say Blizzard doesn't have a sense of humor.
Fucking... Ah, it's ridiculous. Like the fawns in Hills, Bradfoot Hills all over again. My grandpa likes that. But yeah, so the other dungeon, Cho'Gall was from a character from lore, but he die tentacles. Who do you think you are? He gets killed there, and then they had a secret boss, Sinestra, that I never actually went to go fight.
I did. A lot.
It's true, Windshriek actually went to go fight the secret boss, and she won. Didn't you get the achievement?
I did.
So
Let me
the
find it.
achievement, Windshriek's gonna link it in chat here for us, and I'll bring it up for you. I never bothered to go get this achievement, because I didn't... Again, it's another thing I didn't care enough to coordinate to do. There you go. The achievement in the chat here, I don't know if you can see it, is called I Can't Hear You Over the Sound of How Awesome I Am. is defeat Sinestra in the Bastion of Twilight on heroic difficulty on the first attempt without letting any raid members die. Can you go back and do it? I'm pretty
I was
sure.
healing. No,
No, you
cannot.
can't. You can't? Okay.
Nope.
No, it's one of those things that you can't go back and do.
And look at the second one I linked.
And the second one was, I thought he was supposed to be hard, which is defeat Rodin and throw down a Thunder on the first attempt without letting any raid members die. I did beat Rodin though, but I never went to, I don't think I ever went to get that achievement either.
We weren't trying to get that achievement in the group I was in. I think I was mage when I did that.
When they put restrictions on raid members, what do you mean by restrictions? Oh, that kind of restriction, yeah. Well, those are just prestige achievements. They are, if you manage to do it kind of thing. It doesn't force you to do anything outside the norm of a fight. If I remember correctly, Wintrig and I were not fan of achievements that actually force you to do the fight wrong.
Ugh, yeah, no, I don't like those.
Yeah.
Unless it makes it, like, really interesting. Like some of the ones in Uldor.
Yeah. To Harvest Chaos. Cutting down the outgrowth will merely buy us some time. Sorry. Have you found any suspicious pieces? Naralex slowly takes the squirming heart from you, visibly disturbed. I've been a fool. The one truth I did not accept has been staring me in the face this entire time. This foul thing is proof of that. You and I have much work to do. This confirms it. The overgrowth here is not being caused by a mere overabundance of energy. Do you understand? This is beyond what happened at the Wailing Caverns now. A rift into the nightmare must have been torn open in the middle of the very land we're standing on. And to think it's my fault. I've done picking at the edges of this wound. Go to the west, to the center of the overgrowth, and meet me again there. We will dive into the heart of this corruption and force it out. Help Naralex seal the nightmare scar.
Be careful. The winds guide you.
Oh dear, it seems the forces at work here are a bit difficult to control. Please, don't bother Naralex with this. It will only upset him. Understandably, animals exploded. I assume he cares
Four
about
of them
animals.
did.
Yeah, like that was ridiculous. I
Or
think your,
three, actually. Yeah.
you think your favorite achievement was the one you got where you got had to hug all the critters in Azeroth? That was a fun achievement.
Oh yeah.
They got a bunch of pet achievements now too. If you like pet battling, they got Pokemon in WoW now.
May have not been around for pet battles.
No, it's entirely possible. We're gonna fight these.
Uh-oh.
What do we got going?
Because that's my line
Oh,
when
yeah.
I pull.
We used to run Kel'Thas, and she'd pull these mobs all the time when we were trying to sneak by. And she was playing a Draenei at the time, so we used to joke that she had clicking hoofs and it alerted the enemies that she was there.
You would say that.
Yeah.
I would just say no.
And then you took on the joke of clicking hoofs too.
No. I don't remember that.
There's a portal to the nightmare.
Step in it, obviously.
Alone be with you.
This is it. I can sense that this was once the site of great tragedy. Mortal suffering still echoes through it. No doubt this is what the horrors beyond have seized unto. To fully seal this intrusion into our world, I must first fully open it. I will need your strength to hold back whatever may attempt to come through. Are you prepared? I'm ready now.
Good luck, friend.
I will attempt to seal the scar, Miro. Make sure nothing from the other side makes its way through. That sounds awesome. Yeah, if you guys like... Oh, no, Jab. If you guys like Pokemon, WoW put a pretty fun version of it into the game.
Yeah, and a lot more pets. A lot more pets.
Yeah. That was fast. That didn't take long at all.
I am honored.
I
The
helped.
scar is sealed! Thanks, Cenarius. We've done it! The Nightmare's connection to this place has been severed. The rest of the land is safe from this intrusion now, and in time, the aberrations here will be subsumed by the balance of nature. I cannot thank you enough, Miro. By helping to restore the order here, you have let me make amends for my foolish actions. The ring's
These
not...
are upgrades and they all sell for copper.
The ring for me actually sells for some silver, so I'll grab that. Winoa Pine Forest. While we've accomplished much here, it would be a tragedy if part of this corruption has escaped our notice. The corridors of the Wailing Cavern stretch throughout the entire Barrens, and if another spot of wild energy has made its way to the surface... You've done enough for me, though. I would simply ask that you let a fellow druid of mine know what's happened here. You'll find Winoa's Fine Forest at Vendetta Point, southwest of here.
Till next we meet.
Alright, Vendetta Point is just over there, so we're gonna run over there, and...
Well, there's a flight path there.
There is. That'll let us fly to our next zone, actually. I assume she's not gonna have very many quests for us, if any. I know people were really excited when they brought pet battles into the game, and something I really wanted to see them do, and they'll never do, is where you do a dungeon, but you play as one of your pets. Because your pets have 3 skills, right? So you'd utilize those 3 skills. And it wouldn't even entirely be pet battle related in the sense that you wouldn't just be treating every fight as like a pet battle. It'd be like, just like you're playing normal Warcraft, except you're playing as your pet. I want them to do that in Final Fantasy as well. Because then I could play as the Barrens.
I can play as a Paisa.
It's true. Or the fledgling dodo, which was the first love of Tiamat. Yeah, pet dungeon. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
It doesn't exist. I'll make that clear if you missed me saying that. It's something I want to exist, but... Yeah, I have like mini dungeons. They don't even have to be long. Oh, here she is.
On this flight point?
We may have this flight point.
We do.
I think we came here before. Yeah, we did come here before. This is where we had to go do the parts of Tarajo.
Okay.
How may I aid you?
I could feel what occurred from here, Monk. It bristled every hair I have. I'm overjoyed to hear you succeeded in pushing those horrors back, and I'll be sure to scour the area for any stray deviant creatures.
Be careful.
Okay.
You're right. No quests.
So we're gonna grab the flight point down to our next area, which...
I'm gonna sell shit here.
Oh yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Oh, this person can repair
Looking
too.
for something special?
Okay. Oh, this helm's actually better than what I'm wearing. I think. 9 strength, 13 stamina. Oh, no, it's not. Okay.
Apparently I haven't sold stuff in a while.
Yeah, I think it sounds pretty interesting. I'd like to see it, but I assume we will never see that.
Yeah. Likely not. Okay. Oh,
Greetings.
Okay.
Overgrowth too.
Desolation Hold in the Southern Barrens, which should be either the last questing area of the zone or the second last. And then after this, we're going to Thousand Needles, which, Mad Grandpa, you played pre-Cataclysm, so did you ever do the Thousand Needles quests, or at least go through Thousand Needles? Because as you can see, the Barrens is quite a bit different. They got like big scars to the land, and like it's been ripped entirely in half into 2 separate zones. Alright, so Piamat, did you complete the quest changing up the Gardul? Because for some reason it gave me credit while we were in the inn.
No.
Okay, come with me.
I have to go to the top of the tower.
Yeah,
Where
I don't
are
know.
you?
I just jumped down. Come with me over to the inn.
Okay.
So while I was standing here in the inn with you, it gave me credit for this quest earlier. So we're gonna go to the top here, and I just want you to read what they're saying. they're guys, but I can't see what they're saying, so you'll need to.
Oh, out loud.
Yeah,
Okay.
they should be here in a moment.
Okay, yeah. Warlord Gardul. Thank you, Luminol. I trust you will defer to my authority on this matter. So this is where you're hiding, Gardul, says Warlord Bloodhilt. Hiding? Listen, Bloodhilt, I've reinforced our group on the Barrens. You cower behind your walls. If it wasn't for Luminol here, the Alliance would be marching through Mulgore. Oh my god, they're talking so fast. But they've gotten reinforcements from the Eastern Kingdoms, whereas I've been cut off. Your excuses sicken me. Consider yourself relieved of command. Relieved over my dead body. So, you do have a spine. Wait, wait. I yield. Yield? You yield? What part of victory or death don't you understand? And he's dragging Gardul over here and just threw him out the window. Garrosh's horde does not tolerate failure. Meet me down below and we'll discuss our upcoming counterattack. Warlord Bloodhill saying that. Thank you, Luminol. I trust you will, what? It's just happening again. Okay. I guess it's because I didn't turn in the quest.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, come with me.
Yeah. I did a great job reading that.
Yeah. Mad Grandpa says, one of my favorite things I did before Kata happened is you pulled a raid boss all the way to Ogrimmar, world boss. I'm assuming.
Oh, yes.
I'm assuming he means the bronze dragon in Tanaris. Although I guess it could have been one of the nightmare dragons.
Wasn't there was that Dreadlord that got pulled to Stormwind?
Not Dreadlord, Doomlord.
Doomlord, Dreadlord, same thing.
Doomlord Kazakh. Alright, so I want to turn in that quest before we pick up any, but I'm going to pick this one up.
I don't have a quest to turn in.
The changing of the Gardul, you turned it in?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't turn it in yet, but I will.
Turns in automatically.
Yeah, I didn't do that earlier. Flightmare. The Alliance hired in Wildhammer mercenaries to control the skies over the battle scar. I believe these same Griffin Riders were the ones to firebomb Taraho during the attack. I want our sky scoured clean. The Wildhammer dwarves fly low enough for sharp-eyed warriors to hook them. Take this. Target their griffins and dismount their riders. Once grounded, show them no mercy. And I get Tamasu's sword. That's a pretty interesting looking sword. Pretty basic.
Ancestors watch over you.
Took like an hour to kite to the city. Yeah, that's why I think it was probably the bronze dragon. There's videos of people doing that online. Were you the one that made that video? Alright, so the quest I want to turn in is, says it's like, I just gotta click it, okay.
Yeah.
Gardul's armor. It is better than what I got. Alright, let's equip that. You've just learned a little something about the inner workings of Horde High Command. Warlord Bloodhilt is in charge of Desolation Hold now. He may have more for you to do in the courtyard below. There we go, okay.
And he does.
Let me equip my quest.
What do you need?
Now, to the business of winning this war. Across the scarred terrain to the east, the Alliance hopes to build an overland link between their coastal strongholds. They think to build a fortress here, in the center of the Barrens, in the center of my Barrens. It will not stand. Claim the battle scar. We have fought the Alliance to a standstill here. Even as the land beneath our feet falls apart, to the east you will find the battle scar, a wide swath of decimated terrain. It is little more than a line in the sand, but it must be our line. In the center of the scar you will find a flag marker designated who controls it. Scout out the flag. If it is not already ours, capture it for the Horde. It will swing the battle in our favor. Investigate the scar and kill anyone you find there.
We already did a quest like that.
Yes, indeed. Alright, intelligence warfare. I am convinced the Alliance is using spies to scout the field and pass along information. They knew to strike at Taraho while the hunters were afield, and they countered every one of Gardul's moves like he was an open book. Well, Miro, I for one will not be outplayed, not here. We will win the battle for intelligence. Even now I hear reports of Alliance operatives slinking around in the shadows, especially here. outside these walls, very walls. Kill them and bring me back something of use. Kill a Barrens operative, retrieve SI-7
Straight.
briefings.
Cockle.
Thrall Hall.
Silith issues.
I love it.
I love it. Anyway,
Probably silithids.
the Silithid. They're bugs, Miro, or something like bugs. They're not natural, and we built a fortress on the equivalent of an anthill. Take this burning pitch and it'll let the little it'll set the little buggers on fire and plug up the burrows at the same time. Be careful when you pour this stuff out on there. The Silithid will come out in swarms. Look for Silithid mounds around the exterior destination hold. They look like heaps of sand. Kill anything that crawls out.
Go forth to victory.
Yay!
That sounds exciting.
Yay!
I love your voice acting, so hot. Aw,
What about the quest up here?
we'll do it. We'll pick it up.
Older Gray.
Is this an undead? It is. Alright.
I'm listening.
I've always wanted to try making an abomination. It looks simple enough, but you know how it is when you learn things from a book. There's no substitute for doing. First, I'm going to need parts. Lots of parts, and you're going to get them for me. No need to be picky, human, orc, it doesn't matter, parts is parts. Just be sure the corpses you harvest come from the battle scar, so I know they're fresh. Calder presses a rusted, gore-covered bone saw into your hands and smiles disarmingly.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Well, what's the point of putting the bone saw in my hand if he's just gonna disarm me with his smile? So guys, what do you think of this week's mount?
It's alright.
Loktar. Exactly.
What?
Alright, well here's the Barrens operative. You got fucked up, buddy. For a spy, you're pretty stupid. What kind of spy just rushes in and fights someone? Right?
Sand mounds.
Maybe? This looks kind of like where Silithid would be.
Fucking hell.
These are the greatest operatives. Keep to the shadows. Is it secret? Is
Okay,
it safe?
maybe it's further out because the
Well, it's-
quest area changed. Because we were just in the area for these guys.
Yeah, mine's still showing it in this area though.
Yeah, further out though.
It's possible. Reminds you of that rear Phoenix Dragon, but purple? I think it's based on the same model as that.
It is. Yeah, just gotta be in the middle of it.
Gotcha. So Piamet's using the fire torch here. She can hold on a sec.
Fucking.
That's hilarious. Alright.
You have to use it at a specific spot.
I got
It's
it.
annoying. Only 2 came out this time?
Looks-
Of course. Now we just need 1.
The mount is awesome. Like, really? Oh, that sucks.
My mount is awesome.
Windcheek's riding one of the rare mounts in the game. I point it out every stream because it's so cool.
Yeah. I appreciate it. I have some other cool mounts I can ride too.
But yeah, it's purple. I like purple.
Well, if you like purple, the mount I was gonna put on.
Alright, well, let's go over here first, and before you do, I gotta reset my recording.
Look how that Barrens operative spawned and just went after an NPC.